Hey creators, welcome back to the channel. And if you're new here, welcome. I hope you enjoy it here and I hope you stay. And if you do, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. On today's video, we are making a retro daisy granny square, and these are the materials you're going to need. You need to have 3 different colors of yarn, and I'm going to use a 4-ply acrylic yarn. Make sure you have a pair of scissors to cut off any excess yarn or cut off your work after each round. I'll be using a 4mm crochet hook, but you can use anything from 3.5 to 4.5. You also need to have a yarn needle to weave in the ends. Now let's get into the tutorial. So you're going to start off your work with a magic ring or a magic circle. When you have your magic circle, you're going to make 3 chains. The 3 chains is going to count as your first double crochets. Then you're going to make 15 more double crochets inside the magic circle. In total, you're going to have 16 double crochets. Alright, so now I'm just counting my work to make sure that I have 16 double crochets. I'm going to pull that tail to make sure that circle is smaller, and then I'm going to slip stitch on top of the first double crochet to close the row. When you have your slip stitch, you're going to chain 1, pull your work and cut. So now you're going to fasten your work, and then you're going to take your next color, and I'll be using this pink color to make my second row, which is going to be forming the flower. So you can insert your new color anywhere. So you're going to insert your hook, and then you're going to pull the new color like so. Once you have it pulled out, you're going to tie like so, and then you're going to insert your hook again in the same space and make 3 chains. The 3 chains are going to count as 1 double crochet. In the same space, you're going to make 2 more double crochets. So in total, you're going to have 3 double crochets in the same space. When you have 3 double crochets, you're going to chain 1. You're going to skip 1 space and insert your hook in the following space. There you're going to make 3 more double crochets and chain 1. Again, you're going to skip the next space and insert your hook in the next following space and make 3 more double crochets in the same space. As you can see, I'm moving with my tails as I crochet to avoid having overwhelming loose tails. So now you have 3 double crochets in the same space. You're going to chain 1 and you're going to skip the next space and make 3 more double crochets in the following space and chain 1. So now you're going to continue with the same pattern until you get to the end of the row, and then I'll come back and we can continue with the work. So here I'm done with my last 3 double crochets. I'm going to chain 1 and slip stitch on top of the first double crochet. So you slip stitch and pull your yarn like so. We're not going to cut this one yet. So what you're going to do now, you're going to take your third color and anywhere in the first row you're going to insert your yarn. So the first row is the orange color, so in between those spaces there you're going to insert your yarn like so. So it must come on top. The pink color must be underneath the orange color, or the blue color rather. So you're going to just pull the tail, make sure it's under, and then you're going to insert your hook there, and then you're going to make 7 chains. So the 7 chains are going to count as 1 double crochet and chain 4. So 3 chains is 1 double crochet and chain 4. So when you have your 7 chains, you're going to yarn over and insert your hook in the next space and make 1 double crochet, and then you're going to chain 4. Make sure that your pink color is on one side so that you can avoid having to start over or having to cut your yarn. So now you're going to yarn over and insert your hook in the next space and make 1 double crochet and chain 4. So you're basically going to do the same thing again in the next space. So it's 1 double crochet and then a chain of 4. Again on the next space it's the same thing, 1 double crochet and then you chain 4. So at this point you just follow the same pattern until you get to the end of the row. So this is the end of the 3rd row. So you're going to slip stitch on the 3rd chain like so. So you're going to slip stitch, pull your work, and you're going to leave your yarn hanging on one side. For your 4th row, you're going to pull your pink yarn, make sure it's the same size as your crochet hook, and then you're going to pull back the blue color, and now you're going to chain 3. The chain 3 is going to count as your first double crochet, and in the next space you're going to make 2 double crochets in the same space. In the next space you're going to make 1 more double crochet. and then you're going to chain 2. Push back the blue color again, make sure the pink is on top, and you're going to yarn over and make 1 double crochet in the first space. In the second space, you're going to make 2 double crochet in the same space. In the last space, you're going to make 1 more double crochet and chain 2. You're going to yarn over and move on to the next space. You're going to make 1 double crochet in the first space. In the next space, you're going to make 2 more double crochets in the same space, and then you're going to make 1 more double crochet in the last space, and then you're going to chain 2. Now you're going to repeat the same thing until you get to the last one, and then we're going to meet when we're done. Almost done with my 4th row. So now I'm going to make sure that my yarn is on one side, and then I'm going to yarn over and just finish off the last space. So I'm going to make 1 double crochet there, and then make 2 double crochets in the same space in the next space, and then make 1 more double crochet in the last space, and I'm going to chain 2 and slip stitch. So you're going to slip stitch on top of the first double crochet like so. So slip stitch and pull your work. Make sure your yarn is sitting on one side. Then you're going to move on to your other color, which is in my case is blue. I'm going to pull my yarn, make sure it's the same size as my crochet hook. I'm going to chain 3. Chain 3 is going to count as 1 double crochet, and then I'm going to yarn over. In the same space, I'm going to make 1 more double crochet, so it's going to count as 2 double crochets in the same space, and then I'm going to chain 4 and move to the next space. In between the spaces, I'm going to pull up my blue color, and I'm going to make 2 double crochets in the same space. When you have your 2 double crochets, you're going to chain 4 and move on to the next space. Again, as a reminder, make sure your yarn is on one side. So you're going to yarn over and pull up your blue color and make 2 double crochets in the same space. Chain 4 and then move to the next space. So basically you just repeat the same thing until you get to the last one. I'm going to do so and then come back when I'm done. Alright, so now I am done with that. I just need to chain 4 and slip stitch. So on top of the first double crochet, you're going to slip stitch and pull your work. So now you're going to go to your pink color, pull your work, make sure it's the same size as your hook, and then you're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. In the next space you're going to make 2 double crochets in the same space, and then in the next 2 spaces you're going to make 1 double crochet in each space. You're then going to chain 2 and move to the next space. So you're going to pull the blue to the back and pink to the front or on top, and then you're going to make 1 double crochet in the first space, and then make 2 double crochets in the second space, and then you're going to make 1 double crochet in the next 2 spaces, and then you're going to chain 2 and move to the next space. You're going to yarn over and make 1 double crochet in the first space, and then make 2 double crochets in the next space in the same space, and then make 1 double crochet each in the next 2 spaces. You're then going to chain 2 and move to the next space. So you're going to do the same thing until you get to the end of the row, and then we're going to meet when I'm done. Okay, so I'm going to complete this one more space, so make sure your yarn is on one side, yarn over, 1 double crochet in the first space, 2 double crochets in the second space, and then 1 double crochet in each of the next 2 spaces. You're going to chain 2 and you're going to slip stitch on top of the first double crochet. This is what we have so far. So I'm going to slip stitch on top of the first double crochet. So here we're not going to pull our work, we're going to continue with the same color. So you're going to chain 1. The chain 1 is going to count as 1 single crochet. You're going to skip the next space and insert your hook in the following space. There you're going to make 5 double crochets in the same space. When you have 5 double crochets, you're going to skip 1 and make 1 single crochet in the next space, and then you're going to chain 2. You're now going to skip the next 2 chains from the previous row, and in the following space you're going to single crochet, skip 1, and in the following space you're going to make 5 double crochets. When you have 5 double crochets in the same space, you're going to skip 1 and move to the next space and make 1 single crochet. You're going to chain 2 and move to the next space. So from here, basically this is what we have. You're now going to repeat the same thing over and over again until you get to the last space. Okay, so I have one more space to go, so make sure your yarn is on one side again. So you're going to chain 2 and slip stitch on the first single crochet, and you're going to chain 1. So you chain 1 and pull your work and cut. So we're done with the pink color now. So you're going to fasten your work and move to that blue color. At this point you can already see what you're doing. So this is what I have so far. Now I'm going to pull my blue color like so. Make sure it's the same size as your hook, and then you're going to chain 3. Chain 3 counts as 1 double crochet. Now you're going to make 2 more double crochets in the next space. Now you're not going to chain. Remember, behind the pink flower we have 4 chains, so you're going to make 4 double crochets there. So you're going to make 1 double crochet, the next double crochet, the third one, and the fourth one. So we have 4 double crochets in between those 4 chains. Now you're going to move to the next space. So you're going to pull up the blue again on top, and you're going to yarn over and make 1 double crochet in the first space. Yarn over and make 2 double crochets in the second space. You're going to yarn over, get that out of the way, yarn over and move to the back of the pink flower and make 4 double crochets in the same space. So when you have 4 double crochets, you're going to move to the next space. In the first space you're going to make 1 double crochet, and then you're going to make 2 double crochets in the next space. And then you're going to move to the back and make 4 double crochets in the same space. You're going to yarn over and move on to the next space. You make 1 double crochet in the first space and make 2 double crochets in the next space. At this point you're going to repeat the same thing until you get to the last space. Alrighty, so I'm almost done with this row. I just need to make 4 more double crochets at the back, and then we're going to close this row. So we make 4 double crochets in the same space. Alrighty, so to close the row you're going to count 3 chains in the first double crochet, and then on the third chain you're going to slip stitch. You're going to chain 4, and the 4 chains are going to count as your first treble crochet. You're going to yarn over twice. In the same space you're going to make another treble crochet. You're going to chain 2. The chain 2 is going to count as your first corner. You're going to yarn over 2 times, insert your hook in the same space, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. You're going to yarn over twice again in the same space, make another treble crochet, yarn over, and then you're going to pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through the rest. So in total you have 4 treble crochet. In the next space you're going to make 1 more treble crochet. In the next space you're going to make 1 double crochet. Behind that petal you're going to make 1 double crochet in the next space. In the next space you're going to make 1 half double crochet, and in the following space you're going to make another half double crochet. In the next 3 spaces you're going to make 1 single crochet in each space. So now you're going to mirror what you did on this side on the other side. We're going to start with a half double crochet. So in the next 2 spaces you're going to have 1 half double crochet in each space, and in the next 2 spaces you're going to have 1 double crochet in each space. In the next space you're going to make 1 treble crochet. In the following space after that you're going to make another treble crochet. You're going to make another treble crochet in the same space and chain 2. In the same space you're going to make 2 more treble crochets. In the next space you're going to make another treble crochet. In the next space you're going to have 1 double crochet, and behind that you're going to have 1 more double crochet. In the next 2 spaces you're going to make 1 half double crochet in each space. In the next 3 spaces you're going to make 1 single crochet in each space. So now you're going to mirror what you did on the other side. You're going to yarn over and make 1 half double crochet in the next 2 spaces. In the following 2 spaces after that you're going to make 1 double crochet in each space. In the next space you're going to make 1 treble crochet. In the next space you're going to make 2 more treble crochets. And then you're going to chain 2 and make 2 more treble crochets in the same space. At this point you can already see your corners, so I'm gonna leave the rest to you guys. I'm going to do the rest of the corners and then I'm going to show you the final product when I'm done. At this point we are done with our square, so I'm just going to do 1 more treble crochet in the final space and then I'm going to close off my final row. So you're going to pull your yarn and cut, and then you're going to take your yarn needle. I'm going to show you how I achieve a seamless finish. So you're going to insert your yarn, and on top of your first treble crochet you're going to insert your needle, and in between your last treble crochet on the V part you're going to insert your needle there, and that's basically how you achieve a seamless finish, and you can just weave in the ends. So I'm just going to weave in everything and cut where I need to cut, and I'm done with my square. So basically at this point I'm done with the square, and what you can do with the squares, you can make your hats, blankets, tops, trousers, anything, basically anything you can think of. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did enjoy the video, please don't forget to like, leave a comment for me, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please don't forget to subscribe. Please subscribe, I beg. Please subscribe, turn on your bell notifications so that you're notified each and every time I upload a video. And yeah, this is the end of the video. See you guys on my next one. Bye.